Yeah, dog, welcome to Wrecked to Riches. My name's Thomas G. Don't forget to smash the like button, drop a comment, subscribe. You gotta subscribe, post notifications, you know the drill. And always remember, I am not a financial advisor, for damn sure not a professional, and don't ever allow a social media influencer on any social media platform out there to influence you when it comes to crypto. You could get wrecked. Also, those that want to get into the R2R private group, I'm allowing anybody who's interested in the Honor vs. Madness whitelist opportunity that's going on in the private group. Anyone interested, message me on Telegram. I'll put the information in the description of this video. Message me, you get into R2R, and you can potentially register to whitelist for the August 9th pre-sale when it comes to Honor vs. Madness. It's going to be a huge game. I cannot wait. So again, message me on the link in the description and we'll be able to, hook you up if we can. So I want to talk about PulseChain Hex. I think the biggest reason why I want to talk about PulseChain Hex is compared to like 2 years ago, the daily content that we see out there on PulseChain, the daily content we see about, Hex in general, it's gone down. Like, not only has the price gone down 99%, 95% plus, but the content, when you go and search for Hex, you can type in Hex 2024, Hex price predictions, Hex news, Hex anything. The content is dying out. And for me, when I'm looking at these like crazy prices that they're dropping, across PulseChain, Pulse, PulseX, Hex, eHex, where I get like peace of mind or where I get comfort is finding videos where people are talking, about these tokens that I'm invested in, where they're, positive energy and they're happy about it. Of course, I like to get the good and the bad, and the ugly or whatever it may be, but just anybody talking about it. Even if you're not talking good about Hex, I want to see a Hex video. There's few. I see Hexologists still. I see Matty Allen, and there's a few others, but the way it used to be was like, all you had to do is go into the search bar and type in Hex, and you just had video after video. They're there, but they're from years ago. And, is that the indication of, the absolute bottom has been reached? We're lower. We're went back up, and now we're back down. We were much lower. I thought we were going to continue to go lower. Can we go down from here? I don't know. The confidence in the market as a whole is weird. Because I truly believe that PulseChain is, leveraged to Ethereum now because of what the SAC funds did, purchase all that Ethereum at, over $3,700 a pop. I'm thinking SAC Daddy's going to wait to 2 to 3x and bring it over to PulseChain. So influencers out there, if you see on a large scale, are saying, oh, I called the top. We're in a bear market now. I see a lot of that people are saying we're in a bear market now. Like, the bull market happened and it's over. All right. And that wouldn't work out good for me, to be honest with you, because, I've had wallets that were I sacrificed. My largest wallets I've sacrificed with have never touched anything other than PulseX farming from day one, and then going on to collect stakes and restake. I've never sold Pulse or PulseX or Hex. I'm letting those ones roll for the long term because they were really big investments where I can't afford to, go out with anything other than being on top, right? So they've been yield farming Inc. So compounding that since day one and rolling my Hex stakes. And I don't touch anything else because I don't want to risk connecting to any, platforms or decentralized applications that can get those wallets compromised. They've only touched, Richard Hart tokens and have done, Richard Hart hex stakes and, like I said, farming on PulseX. That's it. And it used to be where I had that feeling of high security for them, where I was like, man, like this could be worth a fortune someday, you know, because it was a lot of money for me going in. I went really big on these wallets, but then you see the price go down, regardless of compounding on the farms and regardless of what you earned in yield since PulseChain launched. As far as Hex, you're looking at like the overall picture and going, I can't sell now. I'm stuck. So all you can really feel is just not even panic, because you're used to it by now, right? And again, I like making these videos to express my feelings, because I think other people out there are feeling this too. They're just like, man, what are we doing here? What's going to happen? You know, I believe in Richard Heart because I've had huge success with him. So there's people like me who have had huge success with Hex, right? And he's taken us to the promised lands before. So we feel that we can relive those moments and relive, you know, all that celebration and all that money we ran into before, and fortune, fame and fortune. People became very popular, you know, that talked about Hex early on and are, you know, big time influencers today. But on the flip side to that, I feel for the people that never invested in RH token and Hex, you know, prior to PulseChain, that their only experience so far is negative, like price down and drastically down. And then the SEC case, and they haven't experienced any type of euphoria or any type of excitement or price appreciation, you know, 10,000x, anything close to that. And I feel that with those sacrifice bags that got into Pulse and PulseX and haven't done anything. Because on some wallets, I've ratio traded and increased my positions, but I have the ones that went the biggest, were just meant to farm and never do anything else. I never took any opportunities I saw to do anything, because I put a lot of money. I don't want to risk anything. I just wanted it to hit one day for the long term. And I'm sitting in the position of those that never experienced the Richard Heart, you know, euphoria and glory, and I'm going, man, like, is this guy, you know, is he scamming us? Is he, you know, all these accusations true? You know, I got the right side of my brain, left side of my brain, whatever side you want to choose, going against, you know, what I believe in and how I've always felt. You know, Richard will take us there. So I understand the opposite side of you know, the scale as far as positive sentiment and being, you know, negative, because it just really is disturbing. It's a hard pill to wake up and swallow, especially when you're, you know, after you've had some green and you're back down. It's like, it's tough. So the only thing that's keeping me believing in me making these videos and motivate those that, you know, haven't experienced the Richard Heart glory days, or those that have and just need a little dose of Hex content like I've searched for, and there's not very much of it, just to feel good, you know, wake up and see someone talk about Hex, good or bad, just making it relevant, because the moment people stop talking about things, that's when it goes bad. But, you know, it's all over Twitter. I see it all over X. Sorry, follow me on X. I'll put the link in the description as well. I just wish there was a lot more people talking about it, expressing their feelings, keeping it relevant. And because I feel your pain. Trust me, I feel your pain on a very large scale when it comes to Pulse and PulseChain, Pulse and PulseX token. And especially like HEX. Even though I got a carbon copy of all my stakes on these wallets, you know, before they forked over, they were worth 10 cents a pop, you know, at that time. And you see where it's at today. So, man, as much as I hate to admit it, because we shouldn't depend on Richard, how good would it feel for a Richard Heart live stream? Honestly, for him to come out and talk to us. It's like when the president of the United States, whoever it is, at any given time comes out and gives a speech in the time of like where you need him the most, right? Imagine wars breaking out. You want your president to step up and sound like a ready to go, fearless, dominant leader. That's what we would need, while the things are getting tough. I feel like that's what we need. But all we have is each other, the community working for our bags. And ultimately, we're leveraged on Ethereum. So hopefully the bear market is not here. And hopefully we are in a bull market. I believe we are. ETFs, I think, are always going to have a huge sell-off at the beginning. Mt. Gox news, all that. We get to that. We start the bull market in a perfect universe, right? And in the scenario that I'm hoping and predicting and speculate will happen is Ethereum will go anywhere between $7,000 to $12,000, and Richard would sell it at 10. And if he decides, no expectations, to bridge that over and take the bags that we have all to new limits, that's what I'm thinking is the possibility. But the flip side to that is the SEC keeps us in a chokehold. We're in a bear market. Ethereum doesn't go up for another cycle. And we're like in a freaking another 3-year shakeout period, accumulation phase, whatever you want to call it, until the next cycle happens overall with Bitcoin and all the big market cap tokens and altcoins. Altcoin seasons happen and we wait till then, or it never comes. You don't know what's going to happen in crypto. You really don't. And I've seen it all. The most unpredictable things will occur. And that comes with making a lot and losing a lot. I've done both. I've made a lot and I've lost a lot. At the end of the day, if you break even, great. Nobody wants to walk away from the casino empty-handed. And I feel like I've been stuck at Chumash Casino for the past, 9 years of my life. And a big part of me wants to just be finished and just walk into the sunset. But I'm addicted to YouTube. I've tried to walk away from that. There's no way I can walk away from crypto. It's just been such a big part of my life. I'd probably be like shaking at an AA meeting. Like, my name's Thomas G. And like, if I don't touch a ledger in a 24-hour period, I don't even know what that feels like. Till next time, we'll do it again. Yeah, dog.